When I heard the phrase Webb's depth of knowledge, I didn't even know it was a guy. I thought it was like webbing or norming. Bloom is focusing on the type of thinking. Are you analyzing? Are you comprehending? Are you evaluating? Webb said, how deeply do you have to know the content to be successful? DOK is not about difficulty, it's about complexity. So you have to say, what kind of mental processing would have to occur? So his level 1 is the ability to recall things, to remember things. And you could memorize something pretty simple, or you could memorize something pretty complex, but it still would be memorizing. Depth of knowledge 2 is basic application and skills. You might be organizing information. Usually what sets DOK1 apart from DOK2 is you're acting on the information in some way. It's a little bit more complex to do that because you have to understand relationships between pieces of information. For DOK1 and DOK2, there's usually a right answer. Whereas when we get up to the higher thinking, it's more about strategically thinking through the content and maybe reasoning it out to get to what some meaning might be. And there might not be one right answer, but multiple ways to get to the right answer or multiple possible right answers. When you get to DOK3, that's usually when you have to use reasoning to answer the question. You might have to be planning a strategy. How are you going to approach the problem? It's usually non-routine. It's a question maybe I haven't been asked before. So I'm drawing on prior knowledge, making text to world or text to text kinds of connections. Extended thinking usually is, I've got to do a research paper. I've got to read multiple texts, synthesize information, decide what's important, put it together in maybe a unique way, an oral presentation or a PowerPoint. And there's just a little example here describing the most significant effect of World War II on the nations of Europe. You would have to go deeply into many different concepts. I would have to know World War II, I would have to know effects, I would have to decide what makes it a significant effect, and I would have to look at different nations. So that immediately is bumping it up actually to a DOK4.